All right, so that is exactly 11 minutes past the hour of 9, and welcome on another episode of the Local Heatwave Show. I'm your host, Shorty. I will be holding you down to the hour of 14 0961 for your text messages and sounds villages from very few speakers are by Afanika with Nakulalo Lela Fie. And also in the studios with me is Mazula the Encourager, coming to you to give us some encouraging words in the morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we today?
I'm fine. How are you? Happy Independence Day.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Happy Independence Day to you too.
Thank you.
All right, so what are we talking about today?
Since it's independence, I want to talk about independence and responsibility.
You can go ahead.
Thank you. What comes to your mind when you hear the word independence? Most people think just independence means freedom.
Yeah.
But independence means responsibility.
Mm.
The moment you desire to be independent, meaning you should also desire to be responsible for your life. As an individual, even as a nation. So those nations that prepared themselves for the responsibility of independence, they performed better than those nations that were just fighting for freedom. Because independence doesn't mean things should be free. It means if you're a young person, you desire to be independent from your parents.
Yeah.
But the moment when you grow up, you realize that independence isn't free. It also carries the responsibility. One day you wake up, you have to pay your bills. So you have to be responsible for your bills. You have to buy your own food. You have to buy your own clothes. You have to pay rent. So even nations, those that were not just prepared for independence, after independence, they were just giving out free food. They didn't prepare the citizens for truly independence. They're supposed to prepare the citizen for that responsibility. I mean, now we have to take care of ourselves. We have to find our own food, take care of our own people. So that's true independence. So true independence minus responsibility brings chaos and disorderly at an individual level, at a national level. So even as we desire independence or freedom, are we ready for the responsibility of independence as an individual, as a human being? Whatever, you want to be independent from your parents, independent from your work I will stop, I want to be my own boss. The moment you stop, you think that being independent, running your own business is easy. You have to be responsible for the workers. You have to pay them bills. So people misunderstand independence means freedom, like free, everything's free. You just be walking, you wake up, you eat, you dress, you dance. No, true independence is accepting responsibility. So our parents should prepare children for responsibility, like the Indians, the way they do. A young Indian, a family Indian, who start going to the shop, they prepare them for responsibility, not for freedom. Responsibility, so that when their parents are not around, they were able to run their businesses. You have seen the Indians, how successful their business are, because their focus is train the child to be responsible. Then if you are responsible, then you are going to manage independence. If you are not trained to be responsible, it will be difficult to manage your independence. Most people find that they go to college, they don't know how to cook unshima. Someone who's in college doesn't know how to cook unshima. You are 53 or 35, you don't know how to cook unshima, how to wash. But you want to be independent. So my message is that independence minus responsibility is chaos. So let's develop people in the nation or individual level, people to be responsible. If you develop that aspect of responsibility, then being independent will be easy. But if you want to be independent without being trained to be responsible, you'll find that your independence will be hard. You want to go back to your parent. You want your friend to feed you. You find that you have to know how to budget, how to pay water bills. You think your parents, that's just, they don't care. So those are the the things that are hidden in independence. As individual, even a nation, as a nation, maybe most African nations were not ready to be free from the whites because everything was taken care of. The whites used to pave, make the roads, build schools. So the moment we were asking for independence, we are telling them that we'll build the schools, we'll build the roads, we'll do those things. So even the nations that become independent, they should also take up responsibility. So now we should not blame the whites, we should not blame America, UK. It's now our responsibility, even as we celebrate this independence, let's take the responsibility of the independence. So independence minus responsibility is chaos. Thank you for listening.
Okay, my dear listeners, we are done with our inspiring words. As today is Independence Day, happy Independence to everybody listening to iWeb. You can also reach your friends, everybody, your family members from the iWeb family. Yeah, so just keep it glued to 90.1 at 10:30. We're going to be coming through with our good news program, so you should pass on the radio to your children and siblings if you have any, so they can get to learn one or two things. Just keep it glued to 90.1 and enjoy the programming.